Let's watch the interview with the guy who fucked Jerry Falwell Jr.'s wife.
Just before we went on air today, I spoke with a man at the center of a scandal involving one of the most important evangelical leaders in the country. Giancarlo Granda is his name. He was a pool attendant in a Miami hotel when he met
Pool boy at a hotel.
Jerry Falwell Jr. and his wife, Becky. Some of their relationship remains in dispute, but both sides agree that Granda had a sexual relationship with Becky Falwell. Granda has said that Jerry Falwell would watch them. Both Falwells deny that. They say Granda was trying to extort money from them. Granda denies that. Our discussion involved both sets of allegations as well as how we first met the Falwells. Let's just start at the beginning of how you came to meet them.
Right. So
you met them at the Fontainebleau Hotel. What happened?
Yeah, Fontainebleau Hotel, work shift. I noticed this woman behind me staring at me. She's staring at me, you know, she's flirting back and forth, and she invites me back to her hotel. But before she invites me back to the hotel, she's like, hey, by the way, my husband, he likes to watch. He likes to watch, and immediately I pulled back. And I thought it was a little bit odd. I don't like to shame anyone for anything, it's okay, but I did find it odd at the moment. And she's like, don't worry, he's not gonna intervene. He's just gonna watch.
He's not gonna intervene.
Corner of the room. He's gonna watch in the corner of the room, and I'm like, okay, I'm a 20-year-old single guy. I'm like, why not?
Did you know who they were at that time?
I had no idea who they were. They at the
Who megalol?
end of my work shift, they called me through a blocked number, and then they told me to meet them at another hotel. And it was right by the Fontainebleau. I meet them at this hotel. I walk into the lobby, and Becky's sitting there. She's nervous. I'm nervous. You know, she offers me whiskey to calm down, to relax. And
whoa, she gave alcohol to an underage man. Damn.
And then shortly after, we go up to the room.
You're 20 years old, by the way.
I was 20 years old, the age of a Liberty University student, right? That's really important to remember. Go up.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know. I kind of don't like how this kid is, like, playing the victim here. Because, like, he was an adult who got some pussy. Like, I don't...
And Jerry's laying...
And so would those students be, like...
down. And there's two beds. He's laying down in one of the beds. And he's, you know, he's noticeably drunk and giggling. And then, again, I'm...
This fucking fundamentalist titan of Christianity and evangelical, like, bullshit is just sitting in this hotel bed laughing, drunk, as his wife is about to get pounded out by a pool boy.
I'm a little bit worried, right? I'm like, what am I getting myself into? And then I said, hey, at any point, if you get jealous or upset, just let me know and I'll walk out of here, no problem.
You said that to Jerry Falwell?
I said that to Jerry Falwell. He's like, no, just go for it, right? He encouraged me. He's like, just go for it.
Did you get this?
That's how you know that he's, like, actually into it. Like, there's nothing shady about that.
Sense that they had done this before? I mean, did it seem new to either of them?
In hindsight, look, now, as a 29-year-old man, I can see how they're very methodical in targeting me. It's very clear. Now, after years that have gone by, they told me that I was perfect. You know, and I was exactly what they were looking for, is what they would tell me. Yeah.
Perfect why?
Well, to give context, when I was in high school, I suffered with video game addiction.
What?
I was a bit timid, nervous, and when I was working at the
I suffered with video game addiction.
I was starting to come out of my shell, but I still had these insecurities, and I guess they detected it, which made me an ideal target for them.
Wait, I feel like people who look for people to fuck in their relationship aren't looking for insecurities. Like, I think he has the wrong read on this.
Did Jerry Falwell participate? I mean, did he just watch?
He would watch. Again, I don't want to go too much into the details at the moment, but he would watch, and he enjoyed watching me and Becky have sex.
So he was sexually involved, but just not actually physically participating with you.
Right.
Yes, Anderson Cooper, that's how this works. Yes.
He would just sit in the corner and yeah, he was just
Honey, cuck me with a WoW addict. Yeah, exactly.
enjoying watching us.
Jerry Falwell, as you know, has accused you of lying,
What he's implying here is that he was jerking off watching it, by the way.
saying that while you did have an affair with his wife, he was not involved in any way.
Right, that was the game plan from the beginning. That's why I called out the people behind the scenes trying to spin and manipulate. That was the game plan from the beginning. It's to throw his wife under the bus. I think that
Wait, what?
that just tells you exactly who they are. He's willing to throw his wife under the bus, and then call me the predator. The 20-year-old, you know, again, age of a Liberty University student, is the one that targeted them and preyed them. This power couple that has the
Yeah, that shows who they are in the sense that they're a couple of repressed, suppressed, fundamentalist freaks who don't know how to, like, embrace their humanity beyond what their fucking religion tells them to do. Like, they can't just own this. Like, it would have been a fucking Chad move if Jerry Falwell was just like, yep, this is what happened. Fuck you if you don't like it. And suck my dick, and I don't want to be this asshole religious dude telling other people they can't do what their hearts desire, while behind the scenes I get to get away with it.
political connections, all the money in the world. It's ridiculous and disgusting.
After that first encounter, how soon did you see them again?
So that encounter ended. Then the next day they called me through a blocked number again, and they said, "Hey, you know, come back." And I went back.
And then he went back. Like, these are active choices he's making, but he's portraying it as, like, I mean, I guess they legally victimized him by, like, lying about the situation, but, like, he was just getting poon.
The second day. And then after that, then we exchanged numbers, and they told me, "Hey, we like to help young people, and we encourage you to finish school," because at the time I was working full time and going to school part time, just kind of working my way through college, and he encouraged me to finish school. Like he emphasized the importance of it, and again, he said that he helps a lot of young people, and that we should stay in contact. And then shortly after, Becky is constantly pursuing me. I mean, she was the one that was really pursuing, sending me songs, telling me her favorite songs.
What do you mean songs? She was like songs that she liked?
Yeah, it was like just sentimental songs that mean a lot to her. And then she would call it our song.
Whoa.
And this went on.
How often did you end up seeing them over the course of time? Because you've shared with us photos of you with the Falwells, including their kids. I know you've said you went on vacations with them from time to time.
Whoa, they took him on vacation with their children. Whoa.
I mean, did you think it unusual you were introduced to the family? What?
I think that's how they groom you when you're young. They groom you, they bring you into their family, they make you feel special, they make you feel smart, part of this family, and that's what makes it so difficult to say the truth, because you feel like you're gonna betray this family. So that's their.
This is all just rooted in some fucked up, like, fundamentalist repression. Again, I just want to reiterate that. Like, that's why this is so weird. They could just do this in a normal fashion if they weren't, like, fascist.
That's their strategy. They make you feel special. They befriend your family. They would actively try to befriend people around me. And again, they disarm people with their charm.
You provided us with a recording of a phone call. You say it's between you and the Falwells in 2018. I just want to play this.
Okay.
Ooh.
His new thing is like telling me every time he hooks up with people, like I don't have feelings or something.
You're gonna make us jealous, though.
Yeah.
Not trying to do that.
Like a week ago, I was in tears for a whole freaking day.
Come on.
He's like, I hooked up with this girl on Tinder, and then I got her an Uber, and I'm like, just completely depressed.
Come on. You don't care
Maybe
about
the
me
more you
anymore.
tell me, the more I'll get used to.
You don't care about me anymore, Becky.
Huh?
You don't care about me anymore.
Yeah, really? Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But
This
that's
is
fine.
so
I just-
weird, dude. This is so cringe to listen to.
Okay,
I just tell you because you're my best friend, right? So
I know. I'm trying to be okay and like accepting my position, but I'm kind of into. So yeah,
it's okay.
I'm trying to. I've changed a lot. I've moved on. I've matured.
What?
Yep.
Matured.
Yes.
I'm not as crazy as I used to be. I would think. I don't think.
No.
So
You're
yeah,
not.
this is just, huh?
No, you're
That wasn't indecipherable. He said not.
perfect. You.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Gotta
fine.
keep that up.
He said you're fine.
Yeah, this is just new. I don't know. I was always in the, even before when you weren't dating somebody, it just kind of threw me for a loop.
You can't have a lover and expect them to just, like... I mean, I guess you could, but, like... Whatever, dude. This is just fucking weird and cringe.
So,
They ruined a perfectly fine kink. Like...
how did they view this, do you think? I mean, what was your sense from them? I mean, do you think they really cared about you?
So I felt like I was used over the years. I felt trapped in this relationship because I'm contractually tethered to this LLC. And over the years, they would make me feel guilty if I ever tried to pull away from Becky. I was conditioned over the years to feel guilty. Every time I would either pull away from Becky or the business, the LLC, I would get a phone call from either Becky crying or Jerry saying, hey, a certain someone misses you, you should reach out to her. It was just this pattern year after year after year. And I felt like I had an obligation to make her happy, to text her, even though I didn't want to. I just wanted to pull away. But before I realized that I really wanted to pull away, I was already trapped in this business.
Okay, so they roped him into a business scheme as well. God, dude. It's so strange. Being on the left, I tend to not care what consenting adults do, but when you spend your days judging others and calling yourself a person of family values and morals and all that, then maybe you should get a taste of your own medicine. Yeah. Being a freak isn't a problem. It's when you're an evangelical hypocrite that it becomes a problem. Yeah, but I feel like these conditions, like the evangelical conditions, create that, like, release. Like, this is basically like the pressure valve releases somewhere of being a fucking sex negative religious freak like this. Like what this article is saying. Like these fetishes come from repression. Like that's because they feel like they have like him, like Jerry Falwell telling other people like you can't be gay, you can't do all these things. But then him going and doing this freaky stuff is like he feels like he has the right to, it seems like, because like he's reasserting his personal freedom through the structure of being like, I don't have to follow the rules. But it could also be like he struggles with it and like hates himself for it. Like it could be any mixture of those types of emotions. But like I think repression creates kink. Like the more sexually repressed you grow up and be, the more like freaky you are behind the scenes. Like it comes out somewhere. It has to come out somewhere. Obviously. And it's kind of interesting because like if these people just opened up and like like I was saying, like if he just like not only stepped down but like denounced his homophobia and shit, that would be, and like just took it on the chin and admitted it and like took like cuck pride, I guess, like that would have been ultra based, but he's got to stay in his little repression hole, it seems. God. It's so freaky. But like that's the thing about these fundamentalist characters is like they're hiding something. All these the repression creates some kind of backdoor reaction. No pun intended. Like they're all hiding something. Like especially the gay ones. Like the homophobic pastors who turn out to actually be like sucking dick for meth in gas station fucking bathrooms and shit. Like there's truth to this. And it's manifested in this data that's expressed in this article. Like, they studied 4,175 Americans from across the country. And nearly 2/3, 64% of heterosexual Republican men reported having a cuck fantasy, and 30% said it was frequent. And they also reported more infidelity, kinky things. So, yeah. The cuckservative phenomenon is real. And it's kind of, like, it just makes me wish that, like, people would just open up, like, honestly. Just become based. Instead of being, like, imprisoned by your own ideology like this. Yeah, this is the most important news, right?